It's common knowledge in the marketing community that Facebook is a dead platform, and the real action is on TikTok or Instagram. I couldn't disagree more. In fact, I believe we're about to see a massive resurgence in popularity for organic Facebook marketing. And if you follow the three-part strategy I'm gonna teach you in this video, you're gonna be way ahead of the curve while everyone else is stuck dancing over on TikTok and making a fool of themselves. Sorry. So, ladies and gentlemen, all aboard! I'm about to take you for a ride on the Facebook train where each car holds a pillar for viral content and sales, videos, posts, community, and a secret caboose I'll tell you about shortly that makes all this worth it. But those cars wouldn't go anywhere without a conductor fueling the engine. So let's start there. We're gonna call him Al. Al, go rhythm. Al makes sure the train does exactly what it's supposed to do all the time, never stops running. Al has a few core values that he sticks to no matter what, to make sure the Facebook train does its job. You see, Al believes the whole purpose of his work and the train is relevance. Relevance is Facebook's product and the goal of the algorithm. It exists to show people the perfect content at the perfect time as often as possible. The more often that happens, the more happy Facebook users are and the more happy advertisers are, which fills Facebook's pockets with cash. When Al's happy, he'll gladly take your content and push it out to the masses. That means more reach and more money for your business. So how do we make Al, with his obsession with relevance, happy? Number one, things happening in the world and your industry right now are immediately flagged as relevant because news is by definition relevance. So watching those trends and creating content around them is generally a good idea to make Al happy. Two, Al's trying to create a train that everyone's happy to see, loves to jump on and keep people on for epic rides across the world, man. In other words, he loves it when you create content that people love. Gets them talking in the comments and sharing and keeps them on the platform longer. Links to your website and other websites are less interesting to Al. Al likes it when people stay on the train. Not in a creepy way, of course. It's a little creepy, all right. It's a little creepy. Three, Al likes content that's built for the platform. Videos that are square with lots of subtitles and text so they can be watched without sound, and content that feels personal, like a conversation between friends. Al pulls along three big cars of content that deliver messages far and wide. The first car is video. That's where Facebook is putting most of its focus these days. More than 4 billion video views happen on Facebook every day. There are two broad categories of video that you really need to focus on, and both are short form video. The first is regular videos, videos made for the feed, and the second is Facebook Reels. So for these regular feed videos, you want to follow my hero system closely, making sure every video has a hook on it that pulls people in off the bat, is driven by empathetic storytelling, elicits an emotional response from viewers to share or comment, and then over-delivers in its value so it sticks out from everything else in the feed. I'll include a link in the description for a video I made on the hero system and how to use it. You also want to make sure to script your Facebook videos so all the best stuff is front-loaded. Never save the best footage for last, never save the best information for last, because most will never get there. I'll also put a link to my video on scripting down below too. Now, Reels are like TikTok, and they're built on a slightly different algorithm. When you're making Reels, you want to make sure people watch the whole freaking thing, and ideally you want them to loop it over and over and over. Again, start these videos with a grabby hook, then breadcrumb your information during the course of the video bit by bit, giving little snippets piece by piece while always teasing people to the end. I've got a whole video coming out soon on how to make Facebook Reels for your business, so make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that one. The second car of content is regular old posts. But watch out, as regular as these seem to be to the average person, they are wildly underutilized by businesses because in some cases you'll get the most engagement on these posts. So here are a few types to keep in mind. First of all, writing a question or a biting opinion in a sentence and giving it one of those big backgrounds so that it shows up big and colorful in the Facebook newsfeed. That's a killer strategy for getting a ton of engagement. People can't help themselves, they just comment and share the shit. Also, don't underestimate the power of the written word. You would be shocked at how effective it can be to write short blog-like pieces of value directly in Facebook posts. Just make sure to give them a very, very personal feel. If you're a personal brand, the more vulnerable you can be, the better. Do not be afraid to be vulnerable. And of course, don't forget to include images and GIFs in some of your posts. They're just more likely to get eyeballs in the feed because they're gonna stop the scroll on your phone, right? Now, all of these strategies apply for both your personal Facebook page, if you're a coach, consultant, or you're a CEO, using Facebook effectively like a better LinkedIn, and your Facebook business page, which is about to see a rise in engagement. So make sure you stuff it with content. The third car is community, because Facebook groups are still the best place on the internet to host a community. Sure, Discord is amazing, Slack has benefits, and there are a billion other platforms. But still, I tell you, no platform has the power that a Facebook group does. After all, that's where people are spending all their time, which makes them much more likely to engage there than in a separate app that they actually have to carve out time in their life to go to in order to engage and be part of the community. This may change eventually, probably will, but as I'm recording this in 2022, Facebook groups are still your best bet on the internet to host a community. Now let's talk about the Caboose. The Caboose makes all the work of the train pay off, and it's serious business, okay? The Caboose is your monetization strategy to turn all the work of this content into leads, sales, and dollars for your business. You should optimize your profiles with lead magnet links. You have to directly post offers and opportunities every few days, but make sure to balance it out with 70% value-based content. You always need to have an easy way for people to join your email list, and you always have to have an easy way for them to buy stuff from you. Because otherwise, all this content, all this work you're doing is not worth it. Here's a couple of videos that will really help you dive deeper into creating amazing content on Facebook. Pick the one that you need the most help with and get started now. All right, see you next time.